Hearty welcome, everybody. Hearty welcome. Such a joy to see each one of you. And foremost, let me wish all my beloved students, my clients, and the people who are watching a very, very happy Mother's Day. To every single woman, watching this video right now. So, whether you are a mother, whether you're pregnant, whether you're planning to start a family, this video today is made specifically for you. My name is Nandakumar KV. I'm enrolled agent licensed by the IRS. That means I'm a federally licensed US tax professional. I'm also a certified public bookkeeper, a QuickBooks online pro advisor, and the founder and CEO of iLead Tax Academy and then iLead Tax LLC. You can find me on LinkedIn for more information. Yeah. I've been actively working in the US taxation, bookkeeping, and payroll industry for the last 22 plus years. And in that journey, I've trained students and professionals from India, from USA, and from more than 20 countries across the world. So today, on this special Mother's Day, I'm not just here to wish you, I'm here to give you something far more valuable. I'm here to show you a real career path, a career you can build right from home, a career that does not require you to take a break just because you're pregnant or because you have a baby at home. Yeah. The title of today's session, I've put it, this way. And by the time you finish watching this video, I want you to feel one thing clearly, that your career is not over. It has not passed. In fact, your best chapter might be just about to begin with this bundle of joy. So stay with me till the very end, and there is so much value packed into today's session. Yeah. So now let's dive straight into the first section, and I want to talk to you about something very real. The problem, that millions of women face, and the opportunity that most of them don't even know that it exists. Yeah. Let's get into the session. Okay. Welcome. Please do like, please do share it with somebody whom you feel they're going through this phase of their life. Yeah. So we will get started now. Section 1, I have divided it into different section. So obviously it will be a work from home career option also for women. Now I have called section 1 as the problem and the opportunity. These two things always exist together in life also, isn't it? The problem and the opportunity. Whenever or wherever there's a big problem, there is always a big opportunity hiding right behind it. And today, we are going to look at the biggest problem that millions of talented, educated, capable women face every single year in India and across the world. And then we are going to look at the opportunity that can change everything. Yeah. So let's go. Now, see, the thing is, I want you to really listen, to this carefully. What if you don't have to take a career break? See, let me ask you something very simple today. The same question. What if you don't actually have to take a career break? Just sit with that question for a moment, because most women, when they find out they are pregnant or when they have a newborn baby, the first thought that comes is, I will have to put my career on hold. And for some careers, yes, that is a reality, but not for the career I am going to talk to you about today. Let me explain these 3 points, on the screen right now. The point 1, your career continues. Your career continues. See, pregnancy does not have to mean pausing everything you have worked for. You have skills, you have intelligence, you have ambition. None of that disappears just because you are expecting a baby or because you are at home with a newborn. Make sense? Point two, your turning point. See, I want you to look at this session of your life differently. You can put this in 1.25x speed, this video, or 1.5x speed if you feel, the choice of my words, the flow of my words are a little slow. Put it in 1.25 or 1.5x speed, okay? Now, I want you to look at this not as a setback. This is actually, a turning point. The women who use this time wisely, they don't just come back to their careers, they come back better. Getting? They come back better. They come back stronger and they come back with skills that their peers don't even have yet. Now, point three is skills from home. See, you can learn, you can practice, and you can grow all from the comfort of your own home. You don't need to commute, you don't need to sit for long hours in a classroom, you don't need to ask for anyone's permission from workplace. All you need is your phone or your laptop and a good internet connection. And here is the most important line on this slide, read it carefully. Not pressure, but preparation. Not pressure, but preparation. See, your future is being built right now. And that is the mindset shift I want you to make today. Right now, watching this video, your future is being built one skill at a time, one lesson at a time, and one decision at a time. Now, let's go to the next slide because I want to talk about something very real, something that many women feel, but they never say it aloud. Make notes, wherever you feel it is needed, or just take screenshots, yeah, so that you are with the flow. Okay. Now, let me go one by one. Yeah. Now, see the hidden fear. I titled it as the hidden fear most women face. I want to take a moment and talk about something that nobody really talks about openly. Of course, we're all 18 plus. To write the examination, you must be 18 plus. So I think what I'm talking will definitely make sense. The fears that most women carry silently during pregnancy and then early motherhood. Yeah, sisters? Let me read this out loud. And as I do, I want you to notice if you have felt any of this. Okay. The first thing is, will I lose my career? Will I lose my career? See, this is the fear of watching your colleagues get promoted while you are at home. The fear of becoming irrelevant in your industry. The fear that when you come back, if you come back, nothing will be the same. Nothing will be the same. That's a fear. That's a fear. Next thing, will I be financially dependent? This is the big fear, that most of the women have. For women who have always earned their own income, who have always had their own financial independence, the idea of depending on someone else completely, that is deeply uncomfortable, and that discomfort is also valid. And the third thing is, can I restart after a gap? Can I restart after a gap? Can I actually go back to work, after taking time off? Will employers take me seriously? Will clients trust me? Will my skills still be relevant? See, friends, if you have felt even one of these fears, I want you to know something important. You are not alone. आप अकेले नहीं हो. Millions of women across the world feel exactly the same things, and that is real. These fears are, but, and this is the big but, These fears are solvable. Solvable. The right skill, it changes everything. One decision, to learn the right skill can eliminate all three of these fears permanently. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. So let's look at the world, we live in today, because something has fundamentally changed that makes this the perfect time for women to build global careers from home. See, the world is changing, I would say, rather than the world has changed. Let me tell you something, that has changed permanently in the world and how it directly benefits you. The fact number one, remote work is growing. Remote work is growing. We are no longer living in a world where you must physically be present in an office to do professional work, right? Millions of accountants, bookkeepers, tax preparers, just millions of accountants, bookkeepers, tax preparers, and payroll professionals around the world are now working from their homes, serving clients in different cities, different countries, different time zones, right from their homes. I don't know how many of you know such people. Geography today no longer limits opportunity, and that is a massive shift. And it means that a skilled professional sitting in Chennai, in Hyderabad, in Delhi, in Bangalore can work with a client in New York, in California, in Texas without ever getting on a plane. Fact number two, US companies hire from India. US companies, they hire from India. This is something I can tell you from my 22 years, of direct experience in this industry. American firms like accounting firms, CPA firms, bookkeeping companies, payroll companies, they actively and intentionally look for skilled professionals in India. Why? Because India produces excellent professionals with strong analytical skills and great English communication. And when the skills are there, companies definitely hire. Period. The fact number three, skills beat degrees. Very important. Skills beat degrees. See, this is the most liberating truth of the modern career world. A government recognized certification or a professional license combined with real practical experience is valued far more than a traditional degree in today's global marketplace. You don't need an MBA, you don't need a foreign degree, you need the right skill and the right certification today. And here is the question, I want you to sit with. Opportunity is bigger than ever. Now, are you ready to claim yours? Look at these three things again. Remote work is growing, US companies are hiring from India, skills are beating degrees. Now, let's talk about you specifically, because you have something incredibly powerful that you may be underestimating right now, because you're a mother or you're pregnant or you have a baby. I have a mother, I have a wife, I have two beautiful daughters, and I have so many, female staff members, students who adore me as father or big brother. And with that little liberty, I want to say something that I genuinely believe, from the bottom of my heart. The qualities that make you an exceptional mother are the exact same qualities that make you an exceptional professional. Let me explain, what I mean. The first thing is discipline. Discipline. Every mother knows what discipline looks like, right? You show up every single day. Even when you are exhausted, even when you are uncomfortable, even when everything around you feels chaotic, you still show up. And that's discipline. That is exactly what separates a good professional from a great one. In business and in careers, showing up consistently is more powerful than occasional, bus of brilliance. So, discipline is the first attribute. The second thing is consistency. I remember, my mentor telling Robin Sharma sir, the author of the book, who wrote The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. Consistency is the mother of mastery, right? How beautiful is that? Consistency is the mother of mastery. Small, steady effort compounded over months builds a level of skill that no shortcut can ever replicate. And guess what? Mothers understand this better than anyone. You don't raise a child in a day, you raise a child one day at a time, one feeding at a time, one bedtime story, at a time. That same consistency applied to learning a skill produces extraordinary results. If you are in a joint family, you may have to feed your in laws or your kids at so and so time. You ensure that the time is taken care of. You prepare meals for your husband and get the things ready for him despite your pregnancy at so and so appointed time. I have seen many such adorable women. Next, a multi role mastery. See, think about this for a moment. You are managing a household. You are managing a pregnancy or caring for a newborn. You are managing your health, your family needs, your emotions, your relationships, both husband side, your side. And now, if you add learning to that, you are doing elite level project management. Most corporate project managers in the world would struggle to manage the complexity that a mother handles in a single day. I really mean it. Do not underestimate what you bring to the table. Use this season wisely because your next chapter is already, being written by the Almighty God. The only question is whether you are writing it or whether circumstances are writing it for you. And now I want to share the most powerful message of this entire session. This is the slide that I hope you take a screenshot of and then keep somewhere you can see it every day. Don't pause. Don't pause. This Mother's Day, I have this one message for you. Don't pause your life. What feels like a pause is actually a preparation phase. The women who choose to invest in themselves during this time, during pregnancy, during early motherhood, they don't just return to their careers, they return stronger than ever before. And I want you to remember this line, write it down if you can. This is not a break, this is a launch pad. It's not a break, it's a launch pad. Your comeback, the moment you step back into your career with new skills, with a certification, with real practical knowledge, that comeback can be the most powerful move that you would have ever made. And here is the most beautiful truth, about everything we teach at iLead Tax Academy. Every single skill you build today is an asset your family will benefit from for decades. I repeat it, every single skill that you build today is an asset your family will benefit from for decades. You're not just doing this for yourself, my dear sister. You're building financial security for your child. You're modeling what ambition looks like. You're giving your family an income stream that can grow for years. So start for yourself and grow for them. Yeah? This is the most important decision you can make this Mother's Day. Now let's move into section 2, where I'm going to show you exactly which industry to build your career in and why it is perfect for mothers and women who want to work from home. Yeah, the industry and the career fit. This section is all about understanding the industry that I'm going to recommend to you and showing you exactly why it is one of the best possible careers for mothers who want to earn from home. Yeah. So let's go. Let's start with the big opportunity itself. Now, undoubtedly, right? The big opportunity. The USA tax, bookkeeping, and then payroll industry. The big opportunity. See, let me explain it clearly. See, the USA tax, bookkeeping, and payroll industry is one of the largest, most stable, and most consistently in demand service industries in the world. Every single business in America, from the smallest bakery to a large corporation, needs three things done every year without fail. One, their taxes must be filed. Two, their accounts must be maintained. Three, their employees must be paid correctly. You agree with me? Taxes, accounts, payroll. Taxes, accounts, and payroll. Very important. Tap. And you got to tap this market. TAP. Taxes, accounts, payroll. Pakka. It is needed for every company. These are not optional. These are legal requirements, which means this industry never goes out of demand. Now let's discuss some points here. See, high global demand. US businesses need taxes, as I said, bookkeeping and payroll professionals year round and not just during the tax season. Yes, tax season is busy, but bookkeeping, that's monthly. Payroll, that's every 2 weeks in the US. That is like 12 months of consistent work, consistent income. Yeah. Now, the second thing is work from home. See, here is one of the most important things about this career. Everything is done digitally. The software is cloud based. That means you can access it from your home in India in the same way that someone in a New York office does. No commute, no physical office, just results, just skill, just work. Let your output speak louder. Next thing, the last thing, the dollar based income. Dollar based income. Now, here is the part I really want you to understand. See, when you work with US clients, you earn in US dollars, and the rupee dollar exchange rate is powerful. You know how it has been fluctuating ever since Mr. Trump has worked on the tariff rates and all, right? So, even at the very modest entry level rate, the rupee income is significant. Today, it's at 94 rupees. One skill, one certification, one decision. I don't know in how many weeks or months we will hit 100. Yes, there might be adverse effects of that from an economical standpoint, but I'm telling you, as a teacher, as a practitioner, the dollar value increasing. So, this one skill, one certification, one license, one decision, and your family's financial picture can change permanently. Now, let me show you exactly what we teach at iLead Tax Academy, the 6 courses that can take you from the beginner to a global professional. Okay. I'm sure you must have watched, our website or spoken to our team, but still, I wanted to share it once again with you for those of you who are watching this for the very first time. Yeah. Let me introduce you to the courses we offer at iLead Tax Academy. So we have 6 globally recognized certifications, licenses, and every single one of them can be learned from home. And every single one is in active demand in the USA market. Let me walk you through each one. See, number one, enrolled agent. This is the crown jewel. Okay, the enrolled agent is the highest credential that the US, United States Internal Revenue Service, the IRS, awards to a tax professional. So, if you become an enrolled agent, you have the right to represent taxpayers before the IRS, not just in India, but from anywhere in the world. So, this is the most powerful license or credential for a global career in US taxation. CPA is a state license, but EA is a federal license. State, Telangana, right? Federal, India. Yeah. Number two is RTP. real time practical training. See, once you become EA, you are registered with the IRS as a licensed tax professional and you learn the real time practical training. This is where you take your knowledge and apply it to real tax returns, real US individual tax returns, real business tax returns. So, this is the practical bridge between learning and then earning. You cannot win clients without real world experience, and RTP gives you exactly that. Now, the third thing is QBO, QuickBooks Online. It's the most widely used cloud bookkeeping software in America, just like how we have Tally, Zoho Books in India. Similarly, you have QuickBooks in USA. Millions of US small businesses use it every single day. So if you are a QBO certified professional, you are in huge demand, and this is one of the fastest, entry points into work from home bookkeeping career. Then the number four is FPC, Fundamental Payroll Certification. Now, this is your entry point into US payroll. Even without prior payroll experience, you can learn the fundamentals of US payroll processing, compliance, and calculations and build a career from home serving US companies and their HR department. Number five is CPP, Certified Payroll Professional. So, this is the advanced version. So, if you have some payroll experience and you want to move into a senior role or command significantly higher pay, the CPP certification is your next big step. And then, last but not the least, the number six, CPA, Certified Public Accountant, the gold standard of the accounting world. And the CPA is recognized globally and opens doors to the highest paying accounting, finance, and advisory roles anywhere in the world. Now, I want you to notice something important. All of these courses, they include hands-on practice, a real-world project. And at iLead, we also support our students with internship, jobs, and then client placement. I mean, iLead has its own sister concern, iLead Tax LLC. You can visit iLeadTax.com for more information. So, this is not just theory, this is a complete career transformation program. Now, let me show you specifically why this career is such a perfect fit for mothers. Uh, the practical reasons, that make it different from any other career path, that you may have in mind. Now, see, I want to show you specifically why US taxation, bookkeeping, and payroll work is not just a good career in general. It is a perfect career for mothers specifically. For mothers. Let me be very direct. See, this is not a compromise career. It's not a selfie, I mean, that you can boast about. It's not a settle for this because I have no other career option. I'm not telling you that, okay, fine, now I have to settle down for this because I'm not going to get any other career option. This is a strategic career and designed to fit the reality of motherhood without sacrificing a single ounce of your ambition. So, here I wanted to talk about three things. One is flexible timings. So, your baby is sleeping. Open your laptop and do some bookkeeping. If it's 5:30 in the morning and the house is quiet, review some tax concepts. If it's 9 p.m. and the baby is down for the night, do a client review. You set your own schedule. Nobody is watching the clock. Nobody is counting your hours. Results matter, right? Especially when you're working from home as a contractor, results matter and you're paid for your output. You're not getting a fixed salary or anything, but you're paid for your output. Yes, even work from home employments are also available. In those cases, yes, the office timings you need to adhere to. Yeah. Now, the next thing is zero commute. Think about what commuting costs a working mother in India. The time, the energy, the logistics of arranging transportation, coordinating with family members, managing daycare, pickups, drops, and with this career, all of that disappears. You save those hours every single day, and those hours add up to a significant amount of productive time that you can put back into your work or your family. And then the third thing I would say is start part time. Start part time. You do not need to jump in with 40 hours a work week, from day one. Start with 5 hours, start with 10 hours, start with just a few small clients. Build slowly, build confidently. As your baby grows and your routine stabilizes, you scale up. And this career grows with you at your pace. Build your career at your own pace, on your own terms, and that's the promise of this career path. Now, let me show you the three specific ways you can earn money from this career, because you have options and all three of them are certainly achievable. Okay, three ways to earn from home. See, the beautiful thing here is you don't have to pick just one forever. You can start with one and evolve into next, as you grow. Option one, remote job. Say this is the most structured path. You get hired by a US accounting firm, a CPA firm, or a bookkeeping company, and you work for them remotely from India. Don't steal any data, don't steal their time because they pay you a fixed monthly salary. Be a team, that you can be support of, to their clients or to the company. Follow the clear processes that's been given to you by the companies. So this is ideal if you want stability and structure, especially in the early stages of your career. You try to be a calm chore when boss is calling you, you are out. Or if you're working in the same city and still they have given you a work from home and they get to see you outside, and they may not ask you, but it leaves a very unpleasant experience in the minds of the manager or the employer. Yeah, so don't do those things. If you have to go out, put in a word. I'm sure if it is a genuine reason, most of them would never say no. And then take off also if need be, but avoid any kind of misrepresentation about yourself or creating any false assumptions about yourself. Next thing is freelancing. See, this is where you work independently with multiple clients. You create a profile on platforms, you take on projects, you earn per client or per project. The income is variable, but so is your freedom. You choose how many clients you work with. You choose your hours. This is perfect for mothers who need maximum flexibility in their schedule. I encourage you to visit upwork.com, upwork.com, upwork.com. Okay. And last but not the least, your own practice at some point in time, right? This is the entrepreneur's path. So you build your own independent tax practice, you have your own clients, you set your own fees, you are the boss, right? The earning potential here is unlimited, because when your skill base grows and your reputation builds, clients come to you. You don't go looking for them. And most of our students start with option one or option two, and many of them they naturally evolve into option three over time. Just from the place where I'm sitting in Hyderabad, within 50 kilometers radius, there are at least 50 companies, students or my ex-employees who have worked with me and then who have started their own, tax accounting or payroll firms. So that's a little credibility that I have. Now, which path is right for you? I told you these three. Which path is right for you? That depends on where you are in your life right now. And that is a conversation our enrollment advisors are ready to have with you personally. You have our contact numbers below. Please feel free to call our office or WhatsApp in case we miss your call, or email. We will call you at your convenient time and we will discuss this. We are now moving into section 3, which is one of the most important sections of this session, because we are going to talk about how to get started the right way. Yeah. Take a moment to reflect on all that we have done so far. Okay, welcome back. Section 3, how to get started. So, this section is where we get practical, and I'm going to show you how exactly you have to begin. The model that actually works, and why so many people fail even when they try. Yeah, excited? Let's go. Now, start with freelancing. See, if you're pregnant right now, or if you have a young baby at home, I have a very specific recommendation for you on where to start. Start with freelancing. Here is why. Start with freelancing. Now, here is why. The first thing is no fixed hours. Freelancing doesn't require you to be online, at 10 a.m. sharp. It doesn't have a fixed login time. You work when you're rested and ready. If your baby had you be up until 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. in the night and you're exhausted in the morning, you can always rest. Yeah. Work in the afternoon, work in the evening. You decide. Nobody else does that for you. Okay. So the first thing is freelancing, because there are no fixed hours. Next, no workplace pressure. There's no manager watching your screen, right? There's no performance review. There's no office politics to navigate. It is just you, your skill, and your client. And the client gives you work, just deliver quality. Don't make mistakes, don't make any errors, omissions. They pay you, and that's the entire relationship. The third thing, freelancing is ideal for new mothers. Very ideal for new mothers. You start with just one client, one small project, one simple bookkeeping account, and you learn while you earn, slowly, steadily, gradually. As your baby grows and your daily routine becomes more predictable, you add a second client, add a third, and you know it, you've built a real income stream, completely from home. You might have got one client, then you would have got one employee, two employee, and then probably one day you would have had the entire company's taxes, bookkeeping, and payroll that you and your team are serving. Yeah. Build slowly, grow steadily, because consistency beats intensity every time. And that's one of the most important truths I can share with you about building a career in this field. Now, let me tell you exactly what you need to make this work. It's simpler than you think. Okay? What you need to succeed. Just three things are required here. I want to clear up, before that, I want to clear up a common misconception, that people may have. I mean, especially in the mothers. Many women think that to get into this field, they need years of accounting experience or a commerce background or some prior knowledge of US taxation, bookkeeping, payroll, and all. That is simply not true. Simply not true. What you actually need comes down to just three things. Number one is skill. Skill. You need to learn the right skill. Right skill. Structured learning, practical training, designed for beginners, even if you have never done a tax return in your life. Even if you studied engineering or arts or anything else, you can learn this. We have designed our training to work for complete beginners. You can watch my other video on the H1B, wherein I talk about how these courses can help even BTech people or people from non commerce backgrounds. Because Mr. Trump has proposed a restriction on the H1B visas. Next, number two is practice. See, knowledge alone is not enough. You must apply what you learn to real scenarios, real software, real data, and this is where confidence is built. See, not in reading, not in watching, our classroom videos and all, but in doing, in actually preparing a tax return, in actually entering transactions into QuickBooks, in actually processing a payroll run. That hands-on experience is what makes you client ready. And then number three is guidance. Guidance. You need to learn from someone who has actually worked in the US tax industry, not just someone who has read about it in a textbook, someone who has filed some returns as a preparer or something like that. You have to really work with someone who has signed US tax returns, who has managed the process, who has managed the real US client accounts, dealt with IRS on client audit notice, tax resolution cases. That real world experience in your mentor makes all the difference in how you learn. And that is exactly what you get at iLead Tax Academy. Skill, practice, and guidance from 22 plus years of real world US tax and accounting experience. But now I want to be honest with you about something important. But there is a reason why many people, try to enter this field and fail. And I want to make sure that doesn't happen to you at least. Yeah. Let's see why most people fail here. Once they take up something like this, why most people fail here. Let's see. See, every year thousands of people, sign up for online courses in US taxation, bookkeeping, and payroll, across the world. I'm talking. They watch hours of videos, they complete the course, they get a certificate, and then nothing happens. No job, no clients, no income. Why? Kyun? Eduk? Enduku? Kai? The reason is always and almost the same. Let me show you. The first thing is only theoretical learning. They finish watching video after video and they feel like they know the subject. But the moment a real client hands them a real tax document and says, prepare my tax return, they freeze because they watched people do it, but they have never done it themselves. There's a massive difference between watching a skill and having a skill. Do you agree? Yeah. There's a massive difference between watching a skill and then having a skill. And at iLead, you have those internship opportunities also. Yeah, you should apply for that. I encourage you to apply for that so that you can work for at least one tax season in iLead. Yeah. Reason two, no real practice. Without actual hands on work with real software, real data, real scenarios, skills never become that second nature. They never become automatic. They stay at the level of I understand the concept, and then you realize that that level is not enough to serve a paying client. The third reason is there's no client exposure. Working with US clients is a skill in itself. How do you communicate with them? Some of us, they don't understand the Indian English itself. How if an American is talking to you? How do you ask for documents professionally? How do you handle feedback? How do you manage their expectation? Sir, AI. I will see AI and talk. Yes, very good. Now, even when you see the script from AI and then talk, it must not look like you're reading something. The tone of voice, the choice of words, the pause, the energy, everything matters. And that you learn when you work in a real work environment. Sometimes when I say, we have internship, people ask, can I have work from home, sir? As a fresher, you want to do internship from home? It is work from home. It's not internship from home. At least in iLead, we don't have internships from home. Once you are experienced, once you are qualified, once you know how to do the work, then you can expect, work from home if you have shown a decent credibility. But at the very initial start of your career, I don't expect, people to expect, internships from home. Yeah, if it is some non-client interactive work or something that doesn't require, a teamwork or something like that, probably yes. Yes. But otherwise, I would definitely encourage you to be on the floor, even if you don't like your colleagues, even if you don't like your boss, even if you don't like the company you're working for. Work so that you will learn the work. Very important. Put up with that pressure. 12 घंटे काम करना सीखो tax season में. Learn to work, learn to stretch. And that's why, jobs and clients don't come. Knowledge without practice is incomplete, my dear friends. And at iLead Tax Academy, we have built our entire program specifically to solve these three problems. And that brings me to the model that actually works, the model that our students follow, and the reason why they succeed where others don't. Yeah. I call this as the learn, practice, and then earn model. Learn, practice, and then the earn model. Three words, three phases, and one complete transformation. See, learn. See, this is where you build your knowledge foundation. Structured curriculum, expert led training, every concept explained clearly with real examples from someone who has actually worked in the industry for over 2 decades. No unnecessary complexity, no textbook jargons, just practical, real world knowledge delivered in a way that makes sense. The second thing is practice. Practice. This is where most programs stop and where iLead keeps going by the grace of God and by the work of our team and the love of our students. See, after you learn each concept, you apply it. You open actual software, you enter real data, you prepare real practice returns, you run practice payroll, you build real skills, not just a theoretical understanding. And this is where confidence is born. Then the third one is earn. Earn. This is the outcome. This is the destination. By the time you complete the learn and practice phases, you're not just qualified, you're ready. Ready to take on your first client, ready to apply your first remote job, ready to start building your income from home. So, students who follow this model don't just feel prepared, they are prepared. They don't feel prepared, they are prepared. And that difference shows immediately when they interact with their first real client or the employer. Yeah? Now, let's move into section 4, where I'm going to give you a very clear, very practical roadmap for your specific journey. I hope the three sections were clear to you. Yeah. Give it a like. Please do share it with somebody, note down our numbers, contact details, and get in touch with our team. Because in this roadmap thing, I'm going to give you a real practical step by step plan built specifically around your life as a mother or as a expecting woman. Let's go through it together, okay? Start with your journey plan, a timeless designed, a timeline, that is designed around your reality. Discuss with your husband or whosoever is a good mentor in your life. Discuss with them, do more research, and then take a proper decision. Okay. Now, your journey plan. I've done this journey plan specifically for you, and I want you to notice how it respects where you are in your life right now. Okay. Now, phase one. Okay. Right now, during pregnancy. See, this phase is about light learning. Okay. If I was your brother or father, also, I would tell you, "Zyada pressure mat lo pregnancy mein." Yeah. This phase is about light learning, low pressure, gentle progress. You watch lessons at your own pace, the way you are watching me right now. You listen to explanations, you start building a foundational understanding of bookkeeping and then tax basics. There's no exam deadline hanging over your head, there's no rush. You observe what you can, when you can, at a pace that is comfortable for your body and your mind. So, this is your preparation time, phase one. Now, phase two is after delivery. After delivery. See, once your baby is here and you found some initial rhythm, in your new routine, whenever that is, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, or 3 months, that's when you begin the practical phase. You start working through exercises, you start using the software, you do real practice returns, you run payroll practice tests, you build your hands on skills. No pressure about timing, just progress at your pace. Next, phase 3, the 6 to 12 months. Okay, this is where you start earning your first freelance client, your first remote job application, your first dollar denominated invoice. And this is where the preparation starts paying off, literally. And once you start, the income grows month by month as your confidence and your client base build. Every phase is flexible, and your pace is the right pace. Your pace. See, some people walk on treadmill, at 6 speed. Some people run at 8 or 10. If you are doing it at least at 2, that's absolutely fine. But do it. Don't stop. Yeah. There's no one size fits all here. Your journey is unique to you. Now, my second child, she was born preterm. I have never seen a preterm baby in my life. I don't know that there's something like that. But we had to go through that. And she became, one of the biggest case studies for Rainbow Hospital in Karkana. The doctor received, the best neonatologist award, and to God be the glory. Third day, she would have been dead, but her mother's love and God's grace and the prayers of people around, my baby is perfectly fine. She recently celebrated her 10 years of birthday also. A tough phase, nobody expected that, but it happened, for His glory, God's glory. Now, let's have a step by step career plan. Let me show you the specific order in which I recommend, you build your skills. This is not random. This sequence is strategic, and it has been designed to get you to your first income as quickly as possible while building towards long-term career growth. Okay. Step 1, QBO, QuickBooks Online. Just a moment. No. QuickBooks Online. QuickBooks Online bookkeeping. See, this is your fastest path to an early income. QuickBooks Online is relatively quick to learn at a foundational level, and the demand for QBO bookkeepers is enormous among US small businesses. You can start taking on small bookkeeping clients even while you are still learning, the deeper tax and payroll content. This step gets you earning early, which builds confidence and the momentum. Next, step 2, the EA, the enrolled agent license. See, once you have done your bookkeeping foundation, because you're pregnant, I'm telling you, these kind of things, or a mother who is with a toddler, to get confidence that can I really do it? Will I be able to understand the classes? Will I be able to catch up with the pace? Yeah. So I'm giving you these steps. Okay. So the regular students don't confuse with this. Arey, sir, ye kya bol rahe hain? Right. See, once you have your bookkeeping foundation, then you pursue the EA. This is the most powerful credential, in US taxation, as I told you. And it opens doors to a completely different level of career. You can represent clients before the IRS, you can handle complex tax situation, your income potential jumps significantly. And this is where your career becomes serious and then substantial also. Right? Now, the third one, real-time practical training. Real-time practical training. After you have your EA knowledge base, you go through the RTP where you apply everything to the real scenarios. And this is where you prepare actual US tax returns, under guidance. This is where you handle real payroll scenarios. This is where you become genuinely, confidently client ready, right? So this three-step sequence takes you from absolute beginner to a capable, credentialed client ready professional with no gaps, no confusion along the way. So, now before we move to the final section, I want to share something very important with you, something that reflects who we are at iLead Tax Academy. Okay. Now, no shortcuts, no instant money. Before we go to our final section, I need to be honest with you, about something very important. We live in a world where there is no shortage of people promising, earn 5 lakhs a month from day one or get rich online in 30 days. You must have seen those advertisements and you know what they look like. I'm not going to make those promises to you. Okay, no shortcuts, no instant money. This is a real career. And like all real careers, it takes time, effort, and honest work to build. Let me be completely transparent about what we promise and what takes time. Okay. What iLead Tax Academy promises. See, a structured, proven curriculum built on 22 years of real world experience. Real. We are signed up with Infosys, HCL, LTI, Mindtree, and iLead Tax LLC. I mean, there are hundreds of other employers, other companies also that we do for thousands of employees. But still, I'm just telling you that we are still doing what I'm telling you. It's not something that I've done. My team and I are doing it every single day. Right? So, real hands on practical training, not just videos and theory. Okay. And then honest mentorship and guidance from someone who genuinely cares about your success. See, I'm not doing a 1 minute reel for you to watch, I'm doing a 1 hour video for you to make a decision for one life that God has given us. I'm not doing any reels, I'm doing videos. I'm giving you information. I cannot talk to every student every time, but through my videos, I can always. And what takes time is building, genuine expertise in a professional field, earning the trust of clients, through consistent quality work, growing your income steadily and sustainably, establishing your professional reputation in the market. These things take time, and that is okay, because the results, when they come, are real and they last a lifetime. A career built on real skills and real credentials does not disappear, my dear friends. It doesn't become irrelevant overnight. It grows stronger with every client served and every year of experience that gets added. The results are real and they last a lifetime. And now, our final section, okay, the one I have been building towards this entire session, what is actually possible for you and how to take your first step today. Okay, so I call this as inspiration and call to action. Okay, at the start of our every class, I do a session called iLead Inspiration, which my students love it very much. The first 15 minutes, they say that I inspire beyond teaching and all. So I leave it to you, to test it for yourself. You can just download, our iLead Tax Academy app from Android or Apple Store. You can watch the first three classes. They are not demo classes, not demo. They are real classes. Watch the first three classes. See how you feel. You want to get started? WhatsApp to this number. Call our office. Call on the number that's given. Email us, and we will be happy to help you. Yeah, simple. For the first three classes, you don't pay anything. Just download, start watching. If it makes sense to you, then you sign up. Yeah. Now, I'm going to show you what is actually possible for you. Okay, real outcomes, real results, and then I'm going to tell you uh, exactly what to do today to take your first step. Okay, so stay with me. Now, what is possible, sir? Everything is possible. All things are possible to he who believes. Now, I want to paint a picture for you of what life looks like on the other side of this training. And I want to be very clear. These are not hypothetical outcomes. These are the real possibilities that trained credentialed professionals are already experiencing, from their homes on their own schedule. Now, the first thing is work from home roles. Okay, professionals with the right credentials, EA, QBO, RTPF, PC, are securing salaried positions, with US CPF firms and accounting companies. They work from their home in India. They get on calls with their US employers during their comfortable working hours. They deliver quality work. All that they have to do is they have to look presentable when they're on a Zoom call or a Teams call. And they earn a steady, reliable income in dollars every month. The second thing is freelance clients. See, independent professionals who have built their skills and created their profiles on platforms are managing multiple US clients simultaneously. They choose how many clients they work with. They choose their fees, they work when their baby is sleeping, and they earn in dollars, paid directly into their accounts. The third thing is income growth over time. This is the journey that most of our students experience. They start small, maybe one or two clients or a part time remote position, and over 12 to 24 months, they build. They build. They add clients, they add skills, they raise their rates, and they go from a modest part time income to a full time professional practice, that generates significant life changing income for their family, and they end up creating employment for others also. Some students, they ping me, sir, I need these many people. I started a company. I feel happy. Okay, fine. Because they know how we train. So it's not just some companies approaching us. Small time, students, like you also, they approach. And many professionals trained through this model are already living this reality. You could be next. Now, let me give you the most compelling reason of all to start right now. Okay, not later. Now, now, the best time to start is now. समझे? Now, knowing your now is very, very important. I want to address the most common response that I hear from women when they first learn about this opportunity. Yeah, yeah, he's teaching very well. He's saying very nice, but I will start later. After the baby is born, after things settle down, after I have more time, then I will start, sir. Yeah, thinking the same. And what I want to say to you very gently but very clearly is this, my dear sister. There is no perfect time. But this moment right now is better than you realize. You have time to prepare. Really, you have time to prepare. Pregnancy is actually a unique window of time. See, you are at home, your external commitments are reduced, you don't have to rush to the office, you don't have to travel, you have pockets of time, sometimes hours, that you might not realize you could use. So, investing that time in learning is one of the highest return decisions you can make. The second thing is no job pressure. You are not under a pressure to deliver client results today. You are learning, you are preparing, you are building at a calm, sustainable pace without the stress of an employer watching over your shoulder or a client waiting for an urgent deliverable. So, this is the ideal learning environment. And then the third thing is build before the tax season. This is a strategic point. See, we are now in May. I don't know when you are watching this, but whatever it is, this is a strategic point, that I want you to think about carefully. US tax season, the peak demand for tax professionals, it runs right from September, and the busy tax season is Jan to April. So if you start building your skills now, you will be ready before that season hits. You can be positioned and client ready before the biggest surge in demand occurs. That's a very strategic advantage that waiting simply throws away. Even today, if you go to Naukri or any other job portal, just say that you passed your enrolled agent examination in February 2026. You completed real-time practical training from iLead Tax Academy on forms 1040, 1120, 1120s, 1065, 5471, 5472, amendments, ITIN, FBAR, FATCA, etc. And I'm a QBO, QuickBooks Online Pro Advisor from the Intuit. Just wait. If you want to add, I'm currently pursuing FPC, Fundamental Payroll Certification from iLead Tax Academy as per payroll ORG syllabus. That's all. Just put this in your resume. Upload the resume. See, within 1 to 2 weeks, you will get a call. I mean, I don't own any job portals, but you will get the call. That's how demanding this industry is. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, they say. The second best time is today. And that brings us to the most important slide of the entire session, your Mother's Day gift to yourself. See, start your journey today. This is my Mother's Day gift to every single woman, watching this video. Not a flower, not a card, but a career, a path, a future. It is what, I want you to do today. Reach out to us. Pick up your phone right now. Send us a WhatsApp message. Call us. It doesn't matter what time it is. Our team is here for you. In case they don't pick it, they'll respond back when they're available. Tell us where you are in your journey. Are you pregnant? Have you just had a baby? Are you a mother who has been at home for a few years and want to restart your career after maternity? Whatever your situation, just tell us. We are here to listen to you. There's no judgment here, only support. Next, get personalized guidance. Our enrollment advisors will have real conversation with you. They will understand your background, your education, your experience, your goals, your timeline, and they will recommend the exact right starting point for you specifically. If need be, they will schedule a call. They can take me into conference or we can have a Zoom call also. Not a generic one size fits all plan, but a personal recommendation built around your life we can offer to you. And then the third one is take your first step boldly. Start. Just begin. शुरू करो बस आप. खुदा का नाम लो, शुरू करो बस. You don't need to have everything figured out, before you start. Most of the business people, when they started the business, they didn't had everything. Now is the time. Everything is ready. All employees are there, clients are there. So now we will start the business. No, it doesn't happen like that. You don't need to know exactly where this journey will take you. You just need to take one step faithfully and be faithful in what you're doing. We will guide you through every single step that follows. The 9091 number that you see here, that's my personal number. We will guide you step by step. You're not alone in this. This is my promise to you. On this Mother's Day from the entire iLead Tax Academy family. Let me share our contact information with you and let me close, with a final message from my heart. You have our contact details here. Here is exactly how you reach us. Okay, you have our WhatsApp number. You have, in case you're calling us from US, you have the number. You can visit our website. You can chat from our portal also. Download the mobile app also. Take a screenshot of this screen right now. Write down the number. Send the WhatsApp message today. Because your career transformation starts with just one message. Just one message. See, I want to close today with something that comes from the heart. See, I've been in this industry for over 22 years, my dear sisters. And in that time, I have seen what happens when a skilled, determined person finds the right opportunity at the right time. I have seen lives change. I have seen families transform. I have seen women who thought their career was over, but they came back stronger, more confident, and more financially independent than ever before. That transformation is available to you also right now. On this Mother's Day, God has placed this moment in front of you for a reason, so do not let it pass. Take the step, make the call, start the journey. From the bottom of my heart, happy Mother's Day to each one of you. God bless you, your baby, your entire family, and I look forward to welcoming you into the iLead family very, very soon. This is Nanda Kumar KV signing off. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you soon in the industry. God bless you. Love you all. Bye-bye.